So in the previous class, we have completed the fiscal year variant. And I request everybody to Rizvi, please mute yourself. Rizvi.
Yes, sir.
Mute yourself.
Yes, sir. I am Rizvi, sir. I'm studying.
No, not introduction. I am telling you to mute yourself. Yeah. So the today topic is chart of accounts, right? Define chart of accounts. First of all, what is chart of accounts? Chart of accounts, it is the list of general ledger accounts used by the organization. So every company, right, will use See, every company will use hundreds and thousands of ledger accounts like rent account, cash account, wages account, traveling expense account, raw material consumption account, right? Like that, every company will use hundreds of ledger accounts. All these ledger accounts together is called chart of accounts. All these ledger accounts together is called chart of accounts. It is compulsory to define the chart of accounts before creating any general ledger master record. In the general ledger accounting, we create the general ledger master records. General ledger master records is nothing but ledger accounts. So we create the ledger accounts. We create the ledger accounts in the general ledger accounting. Before creating the GL accounts, at this point of time, we have to define one chart of accounts, and that chart of accounts should be assigned to company code. Without chart of accounts, we cannot create any GL accounts in the general ledger accounting. Then, for every general ledger account, it contains information such as the name of the account, general ledger account number. In SAP, every ledger account is identified with a number. So that is called general ledger account number, and that is also called general ledger code, and also account group. So what is account group? It will come in the next topic. So for every GL account, the chart of accounts contains information like, right, name of the account, then GL account number, and also account group. Okay. Then in SAP, there are three types of chart of accounts. We will see what are all these three types of chart of accounts and what is the purpose of those chart of accounts. Here, operating chart of accounts or operational chart of accounts. It is the list of all the general ledger accounts to which the daily business transactions are posted. So it is compulsory for every company code that it should be assigned with one operational chart of accounts. Here, operational chart of accounts or chart of accounts, both are same. When you say chart of accounts, it implies operational chart of accounts only, or when you say operational chart of accounts, it implies only chart of accounts. So both are same. The financial statements, according to the legal requirements of the country, are prepared from the operational chart of accounts only. Means, suppose our company code is in India. So we have to prepare the financial statements according to the legal requirements of our Indian Companies Act from the operational chart of accounts only. The controlling component also uses this operational chart of accounts. So what is controlling component? Why this controlling component uses the chart of accounts? All these things we discuss at the time of control. So for the time, remember that operational chart of accounts means it is the list of GL accounts into which the day-to-day business transactions are posted, and also the financial statements are also prepared on the basis of this operational chart of accounts only. Then group chart of accounts. It contains the list of general ledger accounts used by the corporate group to prepare the consolidated financial statements, and the definition of group chart of accounts is optional. So in the first class of configuration, at the time of explaining the company, I told you the definition of company is optional. So the definition of group chart of accounts is also optional. So when you want to prepare the consolidated financial statements at the company level or at the group level, then only we require the group chart of accounts. Otherwise, it is not necessary. Then, number 3, country-specific chart of accounts. Means it contains the general ledger accounts required to meet the country-specific legal requirements. To meet the country-specific legal requirements. What does it exactly mean? What is the country-specific chart of accounts and what is the country-specific legal requirements? Let us take one example. Please mute yourself. Say, for example, our company code is SSKV, right? So we are in India. Our company code country is India. Then this Indian company, we are doing business in India and we are registered under the Indian Companies Act. So we have to prepare the financial statements according to the legal requirements of Indian Companies Act. For that purpose, we need to maintain some set of ledger accounts. All these ledger accounts together is called operational chart of accounts. So for the operational chart of accounts, we have to give one name. Let us say that is ABC1. So ABC1 is the operational chart of accounts for our Indian company code. Okay. Now, we are also carrying on business in USA. So I told you, if the boundaries of any particular country are crossed, then we have to maintain a separate company code. So here, company code. So for USA entity also, we create a separate company code. Let us say that is SSK1. So this SSK1 company code is in US. Okay. Now, basically this SSK company code is in USA. So it has to prepare the financial statements according to the legal requirements of USA Federal Companies Act. For that purpose, it needs to maintain some set of ledger accounts. All these ledger accounts together is called operational chart of accounts. So for the USA company code operational chart of accounts, we have to give one name. Let us say that is XYZ1. So XYZ1 is the operational chart of accounts. COM means chart of accounts. Operational chart of accounts for the USA company code. I hope till now it's clear for everybody. Now, majority of the shareholding of USA company code is held by Indian company code. Majority of the shareholding of USA company code is held by Indian company code SSKV. Now, there is one legal requirement that in the Companies Act of India, right? There is one legal requirement in the Indian Companies Act that if any Indian company is carrying on business outside India, right? That USA company has to report to the Indian government also, right? On the operations of its foreign entity. Again, I'm repeating. SSKV company code is in India. It is holding majority of the shares in the USA company code. In that case, SSKV is called holding company code and SSK1 is called subsidiary company code. Now, in the Indian Companies Act, there is one rule that if any Indian company is carrying on business outside India, then that Indian company has to report to the Indian government on the operations of its foreign entity also. So what is our foreign entity here? SSK1. Now this company code, we'll ask this company code SSK1 to prepare the financial statements according to Indian Companies Act requirements. In order to meet the Indian Companies Act requirements, what is the chart of accounts we are using? ABC1, right? According to Indian Companies Act requirements. In that case, for the company code SSK1, right? ABC1 is the country specific chart of accounts. Here, some of you may be getting some doubts, right? The explanation is not yet completed. Your doubts will be automatically clarified by the end of the topic. So for SSK1 USA company code, ABC1 is the country specific chart of accounts. Similarly, this SSKV company code is also carrying on business in UK. So for UK entity, again, we create one company code. Let us say SSK2. That is in UK. Right? So this SSK2 company code, first of all, has to prepare the financial statements according to the legal requirements of UK Companies Act. So for that purpose, we have to maintain some set of ledger accounts. That ledger accounts is the operational chart of accounts for UK company code. Let us say that is PQR1. So PQR1 is the operational chart of accounts, right? Then again, SSK2 is the holding company code of Indian company code, right? So again, this SSK2 also has to prepare the financial statements according to the legal requirements of Indian Companies Act. So to meet the Indian Companies Act requirements, what is the chart of accounts we are using? ABC1. So ABC1 again will be country specific chart of accounts for UK company code. Clear, no? So here, in order to meet the country specific legal requirements, right, we maintain another set of ledger accounts. That set of ledger accounts is called country specific chart of accounts. Now, here, SSK company code has to prepare two sets of financial statements. Number one, according to USA Companies Act requirements from XYZ1 chart of accounts. Then another set of financial statements according to ABC1 chart of accounts. Now, here, the accountant of SSK1 company code will post the business transactions only in XYZ company code only. Then the accounts of ABC1 chart of accounts will be automatically updated. For that, we link between operational chart of accounts and country specific chart of accounts. Okay, that is one point we have to understand. Then here, this SSK1 company code has to prepare the financial statements first according to USA Companies Act. And in USA, the fiscal year is January to December. Then it has to prepare another set of financial statements according to Indian Companies Act requirements. So according to Indian Companies Act, the fiscal year is April to March. That means one company code, in this case, SSK1 company code has to prepare two sets of financial statements. One set of financial statements according to January to December, another set of financial statements for a period of April to March. So how this difference of fiscal years are taken care? How this difference of fiscal years are taken care? For that, we use the parallel ledger accounting. So the parallel ledger accounting, we have a separate topic on that. At that time, we will discuss. Here you may get this doubt, right? That's why I'm explaining this doubt beforehand itself. That is the meaning of the country specific chart of accounts. A chart of accounts can be used by one or several company codes. Suppose you have two company codes in your group, right? So company code A and company code B. So both the company codes can use the same chart of accounts. In this case, the GL account number, account name, and account group, etc. will be same in all the company codes. Because here I told you, every general ledger account, for every general ledger account, it contains information such as name of the account, general ledger account number, and account group, right? So when several company codes are using the same chart of accounts, right? The account number, account name, and account group will be same in all the company codes. No? But to use the several company codes, the same chart of accounts, some conditions should be satisfied. Number one, all the company codes should be in the same nature of business, and all the company codes should be lying in the same country. Otherwise, they have to have a separate company codes. Sorry. Otherwise, they have to have a separate chart of accounts. Then a company code can be assigned with two chart of accounts. Number one, operational chart of accounts. Number two, country specific chart of accounts. So a company code can be assigned with only two chart of accounts. Number one, operational. Number two, country specific. It's not possible to assign more than two chart of accounts for a company code. Now, while defining the step, I will explain it again. So path is starting SPRO means it is also the job of the consultant. First, let us log into the system. SPRO. Financial accounting new. General ledger accounting new. Master data. GL accounts. The path is clearly given in the material. Master data, GL accounts. After that, preparations. Then edit chart of accounts list. Click on new entries. Chart of accounts is called SSKV. Here I am using our company code name only. So normally, even the real-time projects also, wherever it is possible, we use the same company code name to all the other objects also. Chart of accounts is called SSKV. Description. Chart of accounts for SSKV. Chart of accounts for SSKV. Maintenance language, English. Look at the screen, everybody. This is called drop-down menu symbol. So whenever you notice this drop-down menu symbol, you can select from the drop-down list. English. Maintenance language is called English. I hope everybody is writing in the material. Maintenance language is called English. Length of GL account number is equal to 06. Length of GL account number is equal to 06. So I told you, every GL account is identified with the number. So in that GL account number, how many number of digits you want to use? I have specified 6 digits, right? Within brackets, write down. We can use, no, not like that. The maximum number of, the maximum length, within brackets, the maximum length of GL account number is 10 digits. The maximum length of GL account number is 10 digits. See, even though we can use up to 10 digits, but we never use that many number of digits in the GL account number, right? Normally, we use either 5 digits or 6 digits or 7 digits. Among these 5, 6, 7, we use, in most of the cases, I noticed that we use 6 digits. But ultimately, it is the client requirement. How many number of digits they want to use, that many number of digits you have to enter here. Then, here, controlling integration, right? Manual creation of cost elements and automatic creation of cost elements. So what is this cost elements and what is automatic creation and manual creation? We will discuss at the time of controlling it. But for the time being, please write in the middle itself, just to take the notes, nothing else. Some space is there, no? Please write down here. Controlling integration of chart of accounts. Controlling integration of chart of accounts. Controlling integration of chart of accounts. There are 2 options available. There are 2 options available for controlling integration. For controlling integration. Number one, manual creation of cost elements. Number one, manual creation of cost elements. If this option is selected, When we create expense accounts, and revenue accounts, in the financial accounting, they are to be created as primary cost elements manually. They are to be created as primary cost elements manually in the controlling module. So what is this primary cost elements? Don't worry, we will discuss later on. For the time being, take the notes only, that's it. Number two, automatic creation of cost elements. Number two, automatic creation of cost elements. If this option is selected, when we create any expense account, and revenue accounts in the financial accounting, they are to be created as, in the financial accounting, they are created as primary cost elements, automatically in controlling. So what is exactly these two functions? We will discuss at the time of control. Here, for the time being, I am selecting manual creation of cost elements, which is a system default. Right? Click on save and enter. Now, see the next step. Assign company code to chart of accounts. Path is same as above. So whenever you see path is same as above, you have to go on clicking on back arrow till you reach IMG screen. So immediately next step will be there. Assign company code to chart of accounts. Click on position. Company code is equal to SSKV. Click on enter. See, SSKV company code has been taken in the first slide, right? So chart of accounts. Is equal to SSKV. Look at the scheme. Chart of accounts. CHRTACCTS means chart of accounts. That is operational chart of accounts. Then CTY CHACT means country specific chart of accounts. CTY stands for country specific chart of accounts. So suppose if you have the parent company code in another country, right? Then you have to prepare the financial statements according to your parent company legal requirements. Normally, we define the operational chart of accounts for that parent company code also. No? So the operational chart of accounts of your parent company code can be assigned here as country specific chart of accounts. Here we don't have that functionality. Click on save. Right now, here the next topic is defining account groups, right? So this account groups definition will take more than 45 minutes. That we will see in tomorrow's class. But today we will see some other techniques. Okay. See here, every time, right, when you're going to do any setting, you have to execute the path, and the path starts with the SPRO, right? So for that, what you are doing here, we are entering SPRO here and clicking on enter, then SAP reference IMG. Otherwise, see, this SPRO transaction code is used very frequently. In that case, this transaction code along with the path can be added as favorites, right? See here, I am deleting the favorite. Now, I want to add, right, SPRO along with the path as a favorite, right? Right now, go back to notes, please. We can create the favorite transaction codes. We can create the favorite transaction codes. Don't say create, we can add. We can add the transaction codes and the paths as favorites. As favorites in SAP Easy Access screen. In SAP Easy Access screen. For example, we can add the path for IMG screen as favorite. As favorite. For that, execute the path. Execute the path for IMG screen. Execute the path for IMG screen. Like tools, sorry, SAP Easy Access. Like SAP Easy Access. Write down the path, please. SAP Easy Access. Hyphen tools. SAP Easy Access. Hyphen tools. Customizing. Customizing IMG execute project. Execute project. Keep the cursor on execute project. Keep the cursor on execute project. Go to menu favorites. Go to menu favorites. Add. Go to menu favorites. Add. See, node added to favorite list. So whenever you need to enter the transaction code, instead of entering the transaction code, you can double click on this SPRO path. Right? And one more thing. Here you are seeing transaction codes, right? Or technical names. Just a minute. See, now you are not able to see the transaction codes here, right? Right. In the SAP Easy Access screen, to display the technical names, in the SAP Easy Access screen, to display the technical names or T codes, go to menu, extras, settings, go to menu, extras, settings, select display technical names. Select display technical names. Select display technical names. Click on enter. Click on enter. Now you can see the technical names here, right? See, tools, customizing, IMG, execute project, right? SPRO, execute project. So this is some other techniques, right? So what is the account groups, right? That we will see in tomorrow's class, because it takes more than 45 minutes. This topic we cannot stop. If you have any questions in this class or previous classes, we can discuss them. Any questions from anybody? Yeah, Monica. See,
Sir.
yes, understood. I remember, right? You asked one doubt on WhatsApp, right?
Yes, sir.
So here we have created a company code SSKV, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
I want to display company code SSKV. Okay, how to do that? See, this is useful for everybody. This question was asked by Monica. See, there are two ways. We can display the objects from the tables. So what is tables? I will explain you at the end of this basic settings topic, right? But for the time being, as a layman, I want to display my company code details, right? SSKV. So in order to display your company code, right, you need not, right, just to go to the path where you have created your company code. Enterprise structure. So you have created your company code. In this path, right? So you execute the path first. Definition, financial accounting, right? Edit, copy, delete, check company code. Then double click on edit company code data. So you have created the company code in this screen, and your company code will be available somewhere in the list, right? In that case, click on position. Click on position, give your company code. Our company code is SSKV. Then click on enter. So SSKV company code is taken in the first line. Select that company code. Selecting means beside this company code, you have one box, right? Just to click on that. Then click on details button. This is called details button. This is the company code, details. So this is the layman procedure, right? But as a functional consultant, right, we can display the objects from the tables also. So what is tables and how to use the tables? I will show you at the end of this basic settings and before starting general ledger accounting. Clear, Monica?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now, one more thing. See, at the time of defining the company code, you're right, your registered office address is somewhere. So after 2 years, the office address was changed. So we have to incorporate the new address in the system, right? So for that, you come to the same screen. This is called address screen. Address screen, right? So you click on this address screen. Then here you can enter the new address. You can edit the new address, right? Yeah, Afzal, tell me.
Yes, sir. I have one question regarding, you often use the term definition of the company or definition of the thing is very important. So what we mean by definition? Like normal definition, or we need to define in which terms here?
No,
Because
no,
I need to understand
normal
this
definition.
concept here.
See, in the normal language, that is called creation. We create
Yes,
company,
yeah,
right?
creation.
That is called defined company in SAP.
Okay, okay. So it's a creation of companies.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
So normally we call it as creation of company, but in SAP, that is called definition of company.
Definition.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
It is called definition, nothing else.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, then I hope everybody has started the practice, right? Remember, practice is also very, very important. Every day, better do the practice every day. If you don't find the time, at least you have to do the practice at the weekends, and you have to be on par with the class as far as practice is concerned. But my suggestion is daily spend some time with the system in the practice. That's a good idea. Instead of spending the time on practice weekends, right? Better do the practice every day. It gives a lot of clarity in every class.
Sir Manjunath here. I have one more question. Sir, is there any no? We are created company code, business area, fiscal year variant, chart of account. In each section, whether we have any global settings so that we can directly copy and use, we can edit and we
Yeah,
can.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
See here, we have created a company code afresh, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can create the company code by copying from another company code, right?
Okay.
For that, instead of clicking on edit company code data, you have to click on copy, delete, check company code. Okay.
Okay.
Then go to menu, organizational object, copy organizational object. Then you give the from company code. From which company code you want to copy? That company code you have to enter. And to company code, you give your own identification. Then you click on enter. But don't use the copy function now, right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
lot of implications are there while creating one company code by copying from another company code. Okay, but don't
Okay.
use the copy function now to create the company code. But anyway, anyhow, we have one topic wherein we create another company code. At that time, I will show you how to create another company code by copying from already existing company code in the server. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, at that time we will discuss. I will show you what are the objects that are copied from old company code to new company code.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Anything else from anybody?
Sir, it's me, Nirosha.
Yeah, Nirosha.
Sir, is there any way to display to what are all the steps we have performed to, will it be displayed in anywhere?
Means what are the objects you have created till now, right?
Yes, exactly.
So there is one concept which is called user logs, right? From the user logs, you can see what are all the objects you have created, right? But it's a technical one, right? Yeah.
So we cannot see the
For
steps
the time
which
being, right? For the time being, right? You can see all these things in the transaction code OBY6, right? Go to OBY6, right? Give your company code SSKV. Then you select the company code, click on details button. So you can see all the objects assigned to your company code. Eventually, this topic also we cover at the end of the basic settings. Okay.
Okay.
Eventually, this topic also we are going to cover in the basic settings, at the end of the basic settings.
Okay.
Anything
So when it is registered company, the related to the government numbers, like in terms of
your
GST
voice is not clear, Radha Krishna. Come to close to the mic and speak.
Can you able to hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what my question is here, the related to the government, the numbers which is registered, like in terms of the GST number, in terms of the VAT number, and any kind of PAN number and everything, where exactly we need to upload, update in terms of the company code creation. I didn't see any kind of updation in these last two classes.
Yeah. Just a minute. So in the case of internet, some field will be there, right? Company postal code. Sorry, I'm sorry, I forgot it, right? These information can be entered, right? In the right? From it will be coming. At that time, otherwise you can click on this other communication. I think it may be that it's not also there, right? Actually, one field should be there. Yeah, Faruqi, tell me. Abzal, tell me.
No, sir, I'm just removing the raise hand. That's only no question. All right,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Thank you.
Just a minute. Just can you please remind me? I will tell you where it can be entered.
Sure, sir, I will remind tomorrow.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Yeah, here you can enter. See, in the global parameters, because we have not yet covered that topic, right? You go to the transaction code OBV 6. Okay. This is called global company code global data. So you click on this additional data, right? Here you can enter all the information. TDS numbers, PAN numbers, right? And these are the technical name of the GST numbers, right? These are the technical names. These technical names we will discuss later. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Radhakrishnan.
Understood. Sir.
Yeah. Then what is this tax, detailed tax with Miro? These things we will discuss in MM.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any questions from anybody? Again?
One question, sir. Afzal, one question, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Afzal.
Yes, sir. The last screen you showed, there is a PAN number or GST number.
Hmm.
So what about, because these are the Indian companies, right? So what about if I am here in UK? So what the setting differ in UK?
I don't have the idea regarding UK taxes, right? There is one
Yes.
tax system, Vertex system, right? So Vertex
Like sales tax here is VAT, yeah, value added tax, and the other settings are different here, right?
Yes, yes.
So do you
No.
have any
No, not like
screen
that,
or
not like that.
huh,
Observe.
yes,
The configuration for the tax system is same, right?
right,
But there may be different types of taxes. Remember, in any country, you have the two types of taxes,
yes,
direct taxes and indirect taxes, right?
yes, sir.
So in SAP, we cannot configure for the direct taxes. So we can always configure for the indirect
taxes, like
right?
VAT
So,
sale tax.
yes, exactly. So these indirect taxes configuration, the line of configuration is same, but there are different types of taxes. They are covered under tax types.
Okay.
Tax types. So these tax types we will discuss later on, not at this point of time.
Okay, one question regarding like withholding tax. If we pay any invoices, so we
Yes,
deduct as
withholding tax, right? Yeah. Don't discuss these things. Withholding tax are maintained as tax types and tax codes in the vendor master record and also at the company code level. That configuration I will show you in accounts.
Okay. All right. Sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Withholding taxes configuration we cover in the accounts table.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Thank you.
This is too early to discuss all these things.
All right.
In the previous classes and in this class.
Right.
Eventually, we cover everything. I told you in the first class itself that I am going to take you throughout the total accounting process logically. Then at the end of FI, I will show you the clear-cut picture of P&L account and balance sheet. Okay.
Sir, you have created only operating chart of account at this stage now, right? Sir, you have created only operating chart of account.
Yes.
As you mentioned in the theoretical, now the country-wise specific chart of accounts. So
after 25 classes or 30 classes, right? You remember me, I will explain you. Otherwise, we have the topic, this topic eventually. So how the GL accounts or operational chart of accounts are linked with the group chart of accounts, and how the GL accounts or operational chart of accounts are linked with the country specific chart of accounts. These things we cover later. Because again, we have to understand the concept of creation of GL account master records. Without understanding the concept of creation of GL account master records, you cannot understand the links between group chart of accounts and operational chart of accounts, and the link between operational chart of accounts and the country specific chart of accounts. You cannot understand these points. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, Srikanth here.
Anything else?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Srikanth.
Sir, just want to ask you one thing, sir. Sir, while sending the recording, can you please try to add the subject particular what we covered today?
Not possible, because sometimes after basic settings, sometimes you stop the topic in between.
Mhm.
That's why I cannot make like that. I'm sorry. Otherwise, if you want, you can edit. After downloading it,
Okay.
you can edit the name.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, then see you tomorrow same time. Good night and good day.